everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a really powerful idea that inside every single one of us, there's a leader just waiting to get out. And I'm not talking about job titles or corner offices. I'm talking about unlocking a potential that's already part of you. So let's get into it. This quote from Dr. Miles Monroe's book, Spirit of Leadership, is pretty much the core of everything we're talking about today. It totally flips the script, right? It says that leaders aren't some special breed of people. Instead, being a follower might just be a temporary thing. A phase you're in before you discover the leader that's already inside. To really hammer this point home, Dr. Monroe tells this incredible story. Just picture this. A little lion cub gets separated from its family and is found by a shepherd. So the shepherd brings it home and raises it right alongside his flock of sheep. It's all the cub has ever known. I mean, this just goes to show you the power of your environment. This little lion grows up, and guess what? It bleats like a sheep. It nibbles on grass. It's scared of the same things sheep are scared of. Its true nature, its power, its identity as the king of the jungle, it's all buried, lost under the habits of the flock. But then, the turning point. A massive, wild lion shows up at the watering hole. Of course, all the sheep scatter in terror, but this wild lion walks right up to our lion sheep. It doesn't attack. Instead, it lets out this huge roar, almost like it's trying to pull that same roar out of the lion it sees trapped inside. And after a few tries, our lion lets out a real roar, not a bleat, and something inside just clicks. The wild lion then turns and heads back to the jungle, looking over its shoulder as if to say, well, are you coming or not? And that's the moment of decision. This brings us right to our big question. What does it actually take to make that journey, to stop bleeding and finally start roaring? Okay, so the first part of the answer is all about preparing your mind. Because for that lion's spirit to really emerge, its tools, its claws and teeth, if you will, they have to be sharp. They have to be strong. So let's look at some really practical ways to get that transformation started. So we're going to pull from some ancient Indian wisdom here, stuff highlighted in the Times of India. There are 5 really powerful techniques for sharpening your mind. Now, all of them are fantastic, but we're going to zero in on the first 3 as a kind of core workout. Ayurvedic herbs, meditation, and that incredible mind-body connection you get from yoga. First up, let's talk herbs. Think of these as nourishment, like superfoods for your brain. Brahmi is amazing for calming your nervous system, which you absolutely need for focus. And then there's ashwagandha, which is something called an adaptogen. Basically, it helps your body handle stress. Because let's be real, a stressed out mind can't think clearly, so building that mental resilience is step 1 to sharpening those claws. Next is meditation. And look, this isn't just about relaxing or finding your zen. It's an active, intense workout for your brain. These ancient practices, like jhana, are basically like lifting weights for your attention span. They literally train your mind to cut through all the noise, focus with intention, and hold on to information way more effectively. And get this isn't just some old philosophy. Modern science completely backs it up. Studies are showing that when you meditate consistently, you can literally change the physical structure of your brain. You increase the gray matter in areas that are crucial for memory and self-awareness. It's actual physical proof that this mental training works. And finally, you can't separate the mind from the body. It's all connected. Yoga poses, like a headstand, physically push more blood flow to your brain. And pranayama, or controlled breathing, is like hitting a turbo button. It floods your brain with oxygen, cuts down stress, and seriously amps up your ability to pay attention. It's all about creating the perfect physical state for your mind to be at its best. Okay, so we've got the tools to build a high-performance mind. But a sharp mind with no direction, it's like a powerful engine with no steering wheel. It's just going to spin out. So what gives it purpose? This is where we find the lion's roar, the spirit of a leader. Yeah, Dr. Monroe is super clear about this. Leadership is not something somebody gives you. It's not a promotion. It's not a fancy title. It's something that comes from deep inside, an attitude of the heart. It's the why that drives everything you do. So how does he define this attitude? Well, it's like a chain reaction. It all starts with a purpose. That purpose then lights a fire of conviction inside you, a deep belief. That conviction, in turn, produces a vision. That vision fuels an incredible passion, which then leads to inspiration. And that inspiration is what creates true influence. The key here is really understanding this flow. It all begins with your why, your purpose. From that purpose, you get this unshakable belief, a conviction. And from that, you can start to see a future that doesn't even exist yet. That's your vision. That vision creates a fire inside you, your passion. And it's that real, authentic passion that inspires other people to come along for the ride. That's true influence. So now, let's bring it all home. We have the tools to sharpen the mind, and we have the blueprint for the spirit of a leader. The final, most important step is putting them together. You can see right here how perfectly these two sides fit together. On one side, you've got the lion's tools. That's the how, the practical techniques for mental clarity. And on the other, you have the lion's spirit. That's the why, the internal engine of purpose and vision. The tools give you the ability to go after a vision, but the spirit gives you the reason. You gotta have both. And this is really the biggest takeaway from all of this. Awakening that leader inside you isn't about choosing mind or spirit. It's about uniting them. It's about using these tools to build a mind that is strong enough to carry the weight of a powerful purpose. So I'll leave you with the same choice that lion had by the river. You can stay in the comfort and safety of the flock, or you can start the work. You can start sharpening your claws and finding your roar. The jungle is waiting. The real question is, are you ready to awaken your inner lion?